Hi everybody, my name is Chris Composer. Welcome back to part number 3. This is the part where we're going to be looking at doing the chorus of the song and pretty much a lot of the vocal structure, if we can, as a draft to kind of get the sense of this, how we want to do this. So stay tuned, let's do that, and yeah. All right, so we're back. We're doing some new stuff. Last time we were here, we did some cool stuff. We did the first part. We did the verse, and then we did an outro, and then we did another verse preparation. So what I did was I did record the tracks for it, and it pretty much sounds like this.
Hell dancing on the floor. Being beautiful music galore. Moving that body in grace. Oh, making tears on my face.
So now what we're going to do is we're going to basically work on the chorus. And the chorus, I kind of did the rough part of the chorus. So basically it sounds like this. And you can see it's very, very, very active. The bass is there, so what I'm going to do is just go back. I'm going to go right over here, and I'm going to set the sound that I need to go to. So now let's... So you can see now that basically the bass line, I already did the bass line. So the next part is that I'm going to convert that right away to a WAV file. All right, we're done. So now basically the next part right now is to kind of make your chorus stand out. So at this point in time, what I'm going to do is in the bottom, I kind of picked an arpeggio sound from this section right over here, and that I like, and it kind of sounds like this, right? Rhythmic type, groovy. So what you're trying to do is you're trying not to make the chords perfect. So I'm slipping with the fingers a little bit. So see what I'm doing? And it creates that imperfect thing, and which is what I like. See what I'm doing? So I'm going to add that in the track to give it a little more. So we're going to do that right now. Okay, here we go. 2, 3. So I kind of screwed up, but I think it'll work if I just take this part and copy it over. So what I'm going to do is as simple as that, just shrink it, and then I'm going to copy it by doing just a Command C, and I'm just going to go here at 73 and just boom. So let's just see how this sounds like. So what I'm doing is trying to bring that down a little bit. I don't want it to be too overpowering. So we don't want this. So we don't want this overpowering, because if we make it overpowering, then it just sounds like a banjo. But I kind of like it. It's kind of different, and it'll all come together at the end. And what I'm going to do is I'm also going to pan it. At this point, yeah, maybe what I'll do is I'll do the vocals for this part, and then we'll see how that goes. But now I got to get everything prepared for that microphone here, and use this. All right, and it already has echo and everything that I need. All right, so now it's ready to go, and let's do it.
I can see.
See, I missed my cue. So now I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna go and delete that again, and then we're gonna restart one more time.
I can see the time on the wall. You wanna stay away from it all, but I want you to be here, baby. Together, you and me. I can see the time on the wall. You wanna stay away from it all, but I want you to be here, baby. Together, you and me.
All right, so let's see how that kind of went. So it's not too loud.
See the time on the wall. You wanna stay away from it all.
All right, let's use that. So that kind of works. And I got tired of the sound all of a sudden. See the whole creative process is that you think you find a sound, and then all of a sudden you put the tracks on, the vocals on, and then you realize it does sound like a banjo. So what I'm going to do is just trying to see if we can find another sound that would kind of fulfill this. Now everybody has their own tastes on music and how they like their sounds, but this is a creative process. Not everybody's going to like it, and some people love it. Some people, I don't know. Who knows? Whatever. It doesn't. At the end of the day, is what you do, what you create on your own, and if you're happy with it, kind of thing. I think that's the thing. All right. So let's go back to the desk on this one. All right. I'm just going to switch microphones again. The next step now is to kind of see if we can change that sound. So I'm just going to let me see what I can do here. All right, so we're looking at this guy right here. So we're like, the sound that we're using right now is, it does have a cool component to it. So what I'm just going to do is I'm going to see if I can duplicate the track, copy these tracks, and duplicate them exactly at the same place. All right, so what I'm going to do now, I can leave it the way it is in case I change my mind. And I guess what I'm going to do is just go to this guy right here, and I can, and it's okay, but I don't know. I'm just getting a weird feeling on this one. So let's see what we got as far as sounds. This could work. It's less aggressive. This could definitely work. So I'm going to pan it, change the pan a bit to make it even cooler. I'll pan it on the right side. And now I can actually just see from here, if you view the screen, like if we zoom in real quick here, and then what I can do is I can actually just listen to it, see how it sounds like. I think I like this one better. Actually, I think we found something different now. So the bass was missing on that guy. Hang on, let me just put that back. And let's try it again. I got to add another verse. So what I'm going to do is just copy this whole thing and move it right here. So everything should line up.
Together, you and me, and dancing on the floor.
I've got the lyrics up here. The way it's being done, it's not very complicated. So basically I have my verse number 1, which we did together, and then it doesn't show it, but there's the intro like we were doing. So intro, verse, then the chorus, then we're going to jump to verse 3, then jump to the chorus again, and yes, I will do a bridge, and then after that jump into the chorus, and that's going to be done twice, and maybe I'll do a third one as an ending. We're getting very close to getting that song structure completed. So the next step now is just to kind of like record the rough stuff, get your structure going. And I would always recommend doing potentially your final vocals maybe at the end, at the last part you're going to do, because you may find that you may when you're writing, you may change lyrics around, your feeling may change, because don't forget, this is a part of you. You're writing something that comes from you. It's like doing a painting or something like that. So you kind of put words down and you kind of realize after a while, I don't like the feeling of that. Because at the end of the day, there's technical stuff about writing music. But I would say in most performers, artists that write music, it's about something inside, you know. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it aside here so I can do the vocal track for this. And we're going to be doing verse number 3. And let's do it now.
Our talks turned into arguments as we drifted apart. I wanted to get space, but tears came down your face.
So the part what I'm going to do next is basically, I'm going to take this and put it on another screen. Oops. I have 3 screens. Oh, that's crazy. Screens are so cheap these days, you know. According to the structure of my song, there's a chorus that comes after this. So let's just copy and paste what we've done. Like, why redo it again? Not that we're doing, well, we kind of are. Like, when you're doing your basic structure, you want to stay consistent. There's a lot of reasons why you want to copy and paste your vocals and your chorus, because you're kind of like getting stuff ready. But again, when you do your final vocal tracks, well, you'll probably do the whole song run from beginning to end. So then you'll have variances in the way you sing your choruses every time, which I kind of find it's cool. It's less cookie cutter approach, because you can tell when produced songs, they take the chorus and just copy it, and then the vocals are exactly the same. The perfection, it's too perfect. It's just cookie cutter. And but you'll notice that when you do your vocals, you'll notice that you're kind of singing, and maybe your first vocal take is crappier compared to your second vocal take. So next thing you know, you may do like 3 or 4 versions of your vocals, but we'll talk about that in part number 4 of this video. But going back to what we're doing. So what I'm going to do is just basically take all this and just copy it again. And V. There. All right, we got our copy. So now if you listen to it.
See the time on the wall.
So something's weird. Something's very, very strange. How did this part finish?
Dream of you. See the time.
I hear something strange here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in and try to figure out what I did wrong here. Oh, I see it. I see the issue. You see when you see on 65? See the bluebird drum? Creates that weirdness. I'm just going to take this guy and just move it clean. It's something, because there's just something so weird.
See the time. See the time on the wall. You wanna stay
One more time.
Can see the time on the wall.
I know there's a better way to do this, but right now I'm just kind of like taking the long way. All right, so let's keep going here. Let's go from 102.
Yeah, baby. Together, you and me. I can see the time on
It's
the
clean
wall.
now.
You wanna stay?
So basically right now what we have left to do is the bridge and the chorus twice more. So things are coming together and it's kind of pretty cool. It kind of works really well when you're not having issues. All sorts of other issues. But so yeah, let's keep going. So the bridge is a whole other thing. So the bridge for me is I'm gonna have to get the keys reactivated again. So that one there is G sharp, essentially. This will be the bridge. It'll be always on that G sharp. It's a noisy key. CK61. Okay, noisy key. Yeah, I don't like that. But anyways, all right. So let's just, for now, just expand the drums and we'll customize them for the bridge after. And I think I want to do the keyboard part first. I'm just going to mute this guy.
You and me. You and me.
And now go create that bass part that I want.
You and me.
Perfect. I know it's kind of traditional from like the 80s, you know, where you had like your bridge, and right after your bridge you had your solo. I don't know, I guess I'll just follow that pattern, I guess, a little bit, because I think that when you're coming out of that message that you're trying to make, you know, a bridge is kind of like it takes you out a bit and then you're kind of making a statement or something. There's always a statement of some sort that's made that kind of takes you out of the story and it gets you right back into it. All right, we're gonna get to the chorus right here. Oh, it did. There we go. So let's fix that first. Again, there's different ways, there's much better ways of doing this. There's some awesome educational videos on how to use Logic Pro the proper way. I use it the best I can as a tool, and I'm always learning on how it works every day. So, all right, keep that in mind. So there you have it. So you almost have the full structure set up here. So I'm going to shrink this up a little more so I can see it. So we have pretty much every section done. Now I'm debating what to do as far as an outro is concerned. So should it be a reflection of the intro, or should it just be... So one thing I did say I wanted to do was kind of like a solo part. So I need to get inspired. So I'm going to go get myself a coffee or something to drink and just think about how I want, what I'm feeling on this. Okay. Hi everybody, I'm back. It's the next day. And a few days later, I was thinking about what to do. And so there's a couple of things I noticed that made me decide what I've just decided. So looking at this, in this song structure, I did think about putting in a solo, right? So this part here is basically the chorus, and I was going to do a solo thing, But there's one thing I did notice, and it's one thing I want to bring to your attention. So in the industry, in regards to the in regards to the amount of time or how long a song is, I think you'll notice, and I don't think there's any rules per se, but I think there's it's a trend. For example, if you look at songs from the 1970s, for example, they were long productions. The rock song was just long, like Stairway to Heaven, 10 minutes or something like that. And that song, it was expected to be this way. But I noticed as the 80s came along, 80s, the songs were like 3.5 minutes, sometimes 2, as short as possible. Maybe it was like they just thought making it shorter they could sell more. I don't know. Anyways, I'm not sure what the reasoning is, but I'm sure it's very financial, because they really edited it really tight and cut it really as short as possible. And I'm sure that it cut into what the creator wanted to do. And then in the 90s and the 2Ks, these are just observations that I'm making from my own personal experience. When I write a song, I've noticed that one of my first songs that I wrote was 5 or 6 minutes long. And I found that everybody that listened to the song liked it, but you can tell they kind of start losing I don't know, it's like they kind of lose the attention of the whole thing, because the song was long. And there's nothing special in the sense that there was no major changes or anything like that. So I found that doing a song in the range of 4 minutes, 3 minutes and 50 seconds, 4 minutes and 10 is, for me, I find it's long enough to provide that little piece of the story that I'm trying to portray without getting too long-winded. So I don't know, that's my feel of it. So anyways, let's go back to the screen. If we zoom on top here, the song, just at this point right here, is 4 minutes and 25 seconds. 2 choruses, and then I do a last 2 choruses. I think it's too long-winded because at the beginning of the song, I do have a long intro, like a 16 measure thing, and then I have another 16 for an outro, and then I get back onto on the verse again. So that was the effect that I wanted, but then I found that it kind of makes the song super long. So I'm going to shrink it down a little bit more this time. I'm going to drag it down.
I can see the time on the wall.
So for me, it's important to have that 16 at the end. So now we're here at that point where we're at 4 minutes and 58 seconds, which I still think is a little too long. So it's 5 minutes. So then I have to start cutting somewhere. And I think that my intro, outro, I think my intro being 16 is fine. The second one, I think I should make it shorter. So I'm going to chop up this one here as well. Now I can take all of this. Just going to drag everything down. Let's listen to it.
They're dancing on the floor.
Yeah, see, that worked really well.
Hearing beautiful music galore.
All right, so now we're going to take a look and see how much space we took. How long is the song? 4 minutes and 41 seconds. See, it's still long. I don't want to cut this guy off. So intro. So maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I'll cut it right here. We'll do a very clean entry. And then let me just do another edit and split, and I'll drag it right over here like that. So let's see how this sounds.
There the other day.
Wait, we'll do it without this.
the day.
There you go.
How's that?
And we're at 4 minutes and 24 seconds. That's the best I can do. So this is not bad. Okay, so now for the fun part. We're going to do this final bridge. And then after that, we're done for the structure and the song. So now we're getting ready. We're going to do the draft vocals for the bridge. If you guys are ever interested in seeing how I write music, whatever, and I'd be more than happy to show you that as well. Oh, we're right here. Okay, we're going to go this way like that, and we're going to start now.
It's only my dreams, things have changed as it seems. You got into my soul, made me a different man you seem. Only my dreams, things have changed as it seems. You got into my soul, made me a different man you seem.
Okay, that'll work. So for now, for the draft, that's what we're going to do. And I'm just going to shrink this a bit. Okay, so this basically is the rough cut of the song. So thank you very much for watching. If this kind of stuff interests you, let me know. I will be doing reviews again with keyboards like the CK61 and features. So let me know if you like this sort of thing, because I like creating music. It's not everybody that does it, but I figured it'd be interesting to watch. So until next time, take it easy, and see you in part 4. Cheers. Necessarily industry-wide, but oh, my thing just went crazy. There we go. I got this thing following me around. It just went bonkers. There we go. It just followed me now. All right, take 2.